Good morning. My name is Debbie Pyatt. I'm a fitness and wellness specialist too with Memorial Health System. Again, this is our MOVE series, been out there for several years now. We keep all of the videos from the MOVE series in our video archives on Memorial Health System's Facebook page. You just click on the videos, scroll through, entitled MOVE, and I have everything labeled out there so you can choose what it is you're looking for. So what I've been doing the past couple of weeks is bringing you into our gym and trying to get you to see little techniques that will improve your workout, reduce your risk of injury. You're going to get better results this way. Now, if you're new to fitness, it's a little bit overwhelming, and these are things that I try to tell people after they've been coming into the gym. Ways to improve, ways to get better results. The safety precautions I tell everybody from the orientation. But a lot of the little techniques or different ways you can use machines, I wait for when it's time that the body has already adapted to what you're doing. We're not seeing the progression that we want and the improvements in the body. It's changes you can make up. So what am I going to talk about today? I better get to it. Today I'm talking about posture alignment while you're working out. This is something I do not see people thinking about while they're working out. Okay, this is a new step. You can see that right on the sign there. Now, one of the things with a new step is a lot of people call it a seated elliptical. I understand why they look at it that way. It's actually considered a type of bike. We have our whole bike section right here in the Wellness Center. Recumbents, uprights, new steps, arm bikes, combination recumbent arm bikes. But one of the things that people need to understand is seat setting, first of all. So I have this, I just pushed the seat back because I wanted to show you my leg is perfectly straight here. You do not want that on any bike, whether it's a recumbent, whether it's an upright. What we're looking for is a soft knee, just a gentle bend in the knee. Now, on the opposite end of that, I don't want to have my knees all the way up here. It's going to be too much pressure on the knees. I'm not going to get the results I want, and I'm going to end up with knee issues. So you're going to adjust that seat just so there is a slight bend at the full extension of one leg. So I have a soft bend there. So my seat setting is now correct. With the new step, you're working arms and legs, so I also have an arm adjustment. What I'm looking for here is that I don't have to lean forward to push the handle out. And we also just want a nice range of motion here, not all the way stop, stop, stop. I get a mid-range of motion, and this is a good setting for me. But what I want to talk about with posture is many times when people get into the gym, they go mindless. And I understand the social aspect. I understand we like to have TVs up on the wall and music playing in the background to distract us from the torturous exercise. But what we really need to think about is focus. The entire time you're exercising, you need to be thinking about correct posture. Number one, you're going to get better results for the workout that you're doing. Number two, you're going to lower your risk of injury. But number three, we can correct our misaligned posture by the 35 minutes to hour that we're in the gym. So what I tell people when they sit down on a recumbent bike, a new step, something with the seat back, get your pelvis all the way back against that seat back. Then you want to lift through the rib cage, keeping the chest open. Most people are going to come in, they're going to talk to Bill or Sue over here, they're going to be rounded over, they're going to look and see who's coming in the door, they're going to watch TV for a while. This is not a time like sitting on your couch at home when you're getting all comfy. You need to constantly focus on number one, the muscles you're using, number two, aligning that posture. So every single time you come in, you're doing a session on correct posture alignment. You're going to feel better. The aches and pains are going to be minimal when we start doing this, and we're not going to lose that balance component. One of the main reasons we lose our balance as we mature through life is we lose our posture alignment. We start rounding over like this. Now we have a whole new center of balance. So let's use our exercise time to correct posture. So my pelvis is all the way back in that seat, and then I want to think about lifting through the rib cage. When I tell people to lift up, normally they pull shoulders up. Keep the shoulders down, keep the chest open, but lift through that rib cage. Pelvis stays all the way back. I don't slouch in my seat. I don't round forward. Now that was an over-exaggeration, at least I hope it was. But minimally, we will all do this. We'll get to chatting, watching TV, and just mindlessly go through the movements. Lift the rib cage, open the chest, pull the shoulder down, lengthen the neck. Here's a little tip for you. People say they have double chins, and people will joke and say, well, I have a triple chin. Do you know the majority of it is misaligned posture? If I'm rounded over and I'm not lengthening my neck, of course I'm going to create a double chin. Open the chest, lift through the rib cage, and lengthen the neck, and that skin will begin to tighten. So think about this stuff while you're working out. I'm not just mindlessly going through the movement. Now I can talk to Sue, Bill, or Shirley over here to my left, but I don't have to let my posture go to do that. Lift through the rib cage. Make sure that butt stays back. Even in our seats in our car, we usually have the pelvis slightly forward. Well, then there's no support for that low lumbar curve. Push the butt back, sit up, and try to do your 15, 30 minutes, whatever it is, keeping this posture aligned the entire time. Make sure you have the proper seat setting, slight bend in the knee on any type of bike. Even on our upright bike, many times I see people, when that leg is fully extended, it is fully straight. You want a soft bend through that knee. You don't want to push down with a straight leg. Why? Because you can hyperextend the knee. And it's the same thing on here. Now, many people feel, oh, I might have a little bit too much belly area here, and it's a lot more comfortable for me to be back here and lean away from that, rather than getting that belly close to the knee. You still don't want to do that. Me straightening that leg, I'm not going to be worried about my belly because I'm going to injure my knee. So slight bend, and then get moving with good posture. Now, this applies also to treadmills when we're standing. It's not just seated activities. Yes, if you're on the selectorized equipment where you're seated, proper posture alignment. Open the chest, lift through the rib cage, get that butt all the way back. But even when we're on a treadmill, so bear with me, I'm gonna spin my video device here so you can see the treadmills. All right, so even on a treadmill, we want to think about good posture. So as I'm over here, and something a lot of people don't realize, I try to always explain it in our orientations, but some people forget. When you start a treadmill, you're always supposed to be standing on the rails, not on the belt. Why? Because multiple people throughout the day put their body weight on that belt, hit start, and we're overloading the motor to get started. The longevity of the motor of your treadmill is going to be greater if you don't have body weight on it when you start it. So we're standing on the rails, we hit start. Once the belt starts moving, then hold on for safety and step onto that belt. Another cautionary thing I always tell people with the treadmill is bump the speed to where you want it. I used to be fitness director at a YMCA, and I had at least 6 people in the 7 years I was there fly off the back of the treadmill because they got to talking or got distracted, held their finger down on that plus signal, and it took off a lot quicker than what they thought. So they had to hold on for dear life or they flew off the back. So bump it to a speed that is comfortable for you. I also tell people 0% incline. I like to set it at a 1 or a 2 for someone coming in. If you walk outdoors, that actually is the equivalent of 2 to 2.5% incline, even if that sidewalk looks flat. So just put a little bit of an incline on there if you just want to keep it level and you're not doing an incline workout. Now, I told you I was going to talk to you about posture here. Again, on the treadmill, lift through that rib cage, open that chest, shoulders down, long neck. We get complacent. We're leaning like this, watching the TV while we're getting our workout. We are reinforcing bad posture. So we're going to make that rounded back stronger in that position. That low lumbar curve that we're losing, we're going to make that stronger by leaning on the treadmill and walking instead of staying in an upright position. So think about what you're doing. Yes, I'm burning calories. Hopefully I'm burning fat. I'm increasing my muscle mass, but I also want quality of life, and that means good posture. So I hope this video today has taught you something. When you go into the gym, it's not just about your workout. Think about correcting your posture. I am telling you, through life, we have held our bodies upright. We have muscle memory for balance in this position. But as we grow in maturity, we begin to round forward. Low lumbar curve is now rounded out instead of a curve. Shoulders are forward. We're creating a new center of balance that our body doesn't have muscle memory for. So where are we going to go? We're going to go to the floor. When you stay upright, your body remembers how to balance in that position. Use your time wisely in the gym. Thank you for joining me today. I'll be back next Friday. Until then, you guys have a great week. Thank you. Bye-bye.